Now turning to this, rooting out the fraud in Minnesota. State lawmakers there are now questioning why a second organization investigated for alleged fraudulent meal sites has not been charged. Partners in Nutrition is a similar program to Feeding Our Future, which was raided by the FBI in 2022, along with its leader, Amy Bach. Now, Bach and other associates were later convicted of stealing $250 million from federally funded meal programs. But Partners in Nutrition, which was also visited by the FBI, was not. Now, recent FBI interviews reportedly found Partners in Nutrition's founder, Carol Lohman, took kickbacks in exchange for getting government funding for fraudsters. To discuss this and more, let's bring in Lisa DeMuth, Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives and candidate for Minnesota Governor. Great to have you, Lisa.
Thank you very much. Great to be with you today.
So these latest revelations, which you are looking into, come from an article in the Minnesota Star Tribune. It also comes on the heels of Vice President J.D. Vance's head of the White House task force to eliminate fraud, referring Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and State Attorney General Keith Ellison to the DOJ for criminal fraud investigation. Now, you are campaigning on ending the era of Democrat-enabled fraud. What do you know about the FBI investigation of Partners in Nutrition?
In Minnesota, we are grateful for the work of the FBI and the DOJ and what they are doing to investigate such extensive fraud here in the state of Minnesota. Fraud in Minnesota has been going on under the governor, Tim Walz, for 8 years, and it has been hidden or ignored. We've been trying to sound the alarm on this. When I became Speaker of the House, I established the Fraud Prevention and Agency Oversight Committee to finally shine a light on fraud. Democrats were still trying to block it, and so we are absolutely grateful for the work that is being done by the Vice President, the DOJ, and the FBI to fully investigate fraud here in the state of Minnesota.
Let's talk about the state of Minnesota in terms of the state of the race. You've got embattled Governor Tim Walz on the way out, as we know, and Senator Amy Klobuchar running to keep the governor's seat in Democrat hands. But a lot of headlines like this suggest there are a lot of undecided voters out there. Do you think Minnesotans have had enough with the Democrat Party, which has been linked to all of this rampant fraud in your state?
Minnesotans have definitely had enough. They are tired of watching their taxpayer dollars be lost to fraud, not recovered, and they're finally wanting it to end. Senator Klobuchar has been the U.S. Senate for 20 years. She has never done anything about fraud until now that she's entered the governor's race. She's talked about defending fraudsters, but yet defunding police. And so this is really going to shine a light on things here in Minnesota. Senator Klobuchar also never talked about wanting to run for governor until Tim Walz stepped out of the race. I'm running for governor to protect Minnesota taxpayer dollars, to make our state affordable, and letting people know that fraud is no longer to be approved by or hidden here in the state of Minnesota. Fraud with my administration will end day one.
So you've been on the campaign trail, as you alluded to, and still have several weeks to get out and get some more votes ahead of the August 11th GOP primary in Minnesota. Well, you'll be up against former healthcare exec Kendall Qualls and MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell. Lisa, why do you think you're the best candidate to go up against presumptive Democrat nominee? She's pretty strong, Senator Klobuchar, in November.
My work in the Minnesota legislature in just 4 terms, this last term serving as Speaker of the House, we are the most closely divided legislature in the entire country. We're in a tie in the House of Representatives. With my leadership, I've been able to bring people together to get good things done for Minnesota, establishing the Fraud Prevention and Agency Oversight Committee, the Office of Inspector General, an independent office to attack fraud here in the state. And that was just with a tie in the House. That was only with 1/2 of 1/3 of state government. Still reducing our state spending by $5 billion. I've got proven
Lisa,
leadership.
Unfortunately, we have to leave it there, but best of luck to you in this race, and keep up the great work in terms of looking at this fraud. It's a very important issue. It needs to stay in the headlines. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you.
You bet.